The breath is probably one of the most common anchors during meditation, but for many it simply doesn't work. In this video, I'll be talking about the different types of anchors that we can use that are alternatives to the breath and how to find the one that works for you. Although the breath is one of the most commonly spoken about anchors of attention, it just simply isn't right for everyone. And for some people, the experience of focusing on the breath can feel very unnatural or even difficult to connect to. It's also not uncommon that the breath as a focus may actually generate a feeling of anxiety, and sometimes it can even trigger traumatic memories. So trauma memories can be connected to the face, the neck, the chest. In other words, any area where the breath might be felt. It's also found that many emotions are somatically felt in the throat, the stomach, the chest, and the heart area, which again are areas where we normally connect to the breath. So if you're experiencing somewhat unpleasant emotions, you may find it actually distressing to focus on the breath in that area. So it is important to stay within what is known as the window of tolerance during the meditation. So it's one thing to explore sensations and thoughts as they arise during meditations, but if we start to feel overwhelmed, then this is actually only counterproductive, and it's not really going to be a very beneficial meditation practice. So wherever the case is for you, the breath doesn't have to be the only source of an anchor. We can look for sources in the senses involved with the environment or even body-centered sensations. So environmental senses could be hearing, smelling, or sight. Hearing is one of the ones that I personally like. So you may choose to focus on something specific like a ticking clock or mindfulness bells, or you can even observe internal sounds within the body like the sound of your own heart beating. Alternatively, you might simply like to receive whatever sounds the world around you offers. So this might be a car passing by, or it could be a dog barking, the sound of birds, the sound of your neighbors, whatever, it doesn't really matter. The point here is to just simply to notice the sounds without becoming involved in them and without adding words or storylines. So smell is another sense that we can connect to, and this might be particularly helpful if you are lucky enough to be in an area that provides an abundance but not an overstimulation of aromas, like let's say within nature. Or alternatively, you may prefer to create your own scents by using incense sticks or maybe burning essential oils, anything like that. The only thing with smell is that you really do need to be aware that focusing on sense of smell is not for everyone, and that for some people they may find it particularly triggering. So this is because the olfactory bulbs are linked directly to the amygdala and the hippocampus, which are linked respectively to the fear and memory centers of our brain. So it's important to choose an anchor that can really work for you. Sight as an anchor of attention may also be a little bit tricky, as vision is quite cognitively stimulating, and as such some people do find it a little bit hard to focus. However, there are ways around this. And also, I want to point out that vision is really helpful if you start to feel that at any point you're actually stepping out of your window of tolerance. So in such a case, you can just open your eyes and allow them to take in the surroundings. So this helps us to step back from the activity that may be triggering us. And if you do decide to choose sight as a focus, then pick something specific to focus on, such as a candle flame or a spot on the floor in front of you. Some people also find it helpful to focus on an object or a pattern, such as a mandala. So you can just play with any of that and see which works for you. Body-centered sensations are also quite popular in my meditation classes, and people report focusing on, for example, the weight of their body pressing down, the weight of their hands on their legs, maybe the sensations in their hands. So if you have your hands, for example, resting on your legs like this, you may feel like a tingling in the tips of your fingers, or maybe you notice the sensation of air if there's a breeze in the room, or you might notice the sensation of temperature. You know, there's so many different things that we can look into and explore when we're sitting down to meditate. In times in the past when I found my mind really jumpy and difficult to concentrate, I've actually found a pair of mandala beads to be really helpful. So in this case, I would just bring awareness to the feeling of the beads passing through my fingers. And this can be helpful even just at the beginning of a meditation, maybe counting your way through the first 5 or 10 minutes or so. Oh, my little boy's coming to say hello. Here's Alvin. Here's Alvin. Hey, Alvin. This is little Alvin, who can't see. He's blind, but he's really clever, and he always makes his way around. And he has a little poorly paw as well. So he's come looking for love and a bit of a cuddle. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So to summarize, the many anchors that we can choose to ground our awareness could be the sense of sound. And again, we don't go looking for sounds, we just allow the ears to receive the sounds in the environment, or maybe even internal sounds such as the heartbeat. And in much the same way with any of the anchors, once we realize that the mind has wandered, we just bring the attention back to the anchor. The sense of smell can also be another valuable anchor. So this could be from the smells provided from nature, or something that you create around you, like incense or essential oils. Or maybe you prefer to choose the sense of sight, and in which case the advice would be to choose an object or a spot in the environment to focus on. Also, we have body-centered sensations, and these are where you choose an area of the body where you may clearly perceive a sense of gravity or sensations such as temperature or tingling. The touch of an object as well may be helpful, such as mandala beads. And you may prefer to see how you feel on any given day before you choose a specific anchor. It doesn't have to be the same anchor every day. However, I would recommend staying with just one anchor in each meditation. Switching between anchors can be a little bit distracting for some people, especially if you're not an experienced meditator. So whatever anchor you choose, it's important to stay within your window of tolerance. Respect yourself and your needs, and show yourself kindness. It's Alvin again. I hope you've enjoyed this video today, and if so, then please do give me a little like. It would really, really help the MEBA method to grow, which means I can produce more free content and videos. And if you'd like to hear more from the MEBA method, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.